A lot of our expenses were with her not having a job. We have to put on credit cards.
$70,000. That is you living
Not
above your means.
completely.
You do not need to live on $70,000 in 8 months. That we are talking at that point, you are living off of $110,000 a year. That is, you are not making that up with an income. What are you talking
A
about?
lot of this stuff over the past year are one-time purchases that are not going to be made in subsequent
and you
years.
need them to survive.
One-time purchases.
And you need them to survive.
One-time purchases.
And you need them to survive.
This is what I'm talking about. One-time purchases
To survive.
that are not going to be made in 2025
Doesn't
or
matter.
2026.
You needed them to survive.
So our spending
Hey,
our spending is going to go down because of those one-time
No,
purchases are no
that's
longer
not how
on the
this
budget.
works. Listen. Next year, maybe you'll want to buy a chin. I don't know what's going to happen. At some point, everything gets pushed. You will find a replacement for that spending. The spending that you did last year that are one-time, you're going to find one-time purchases next year. I only have 4 of these conversations a week. That's it. For 3 years.
So you're saying my position is the same as everybody else's position and that I'm not unique in any way, so why would I be on this podcast in the first place?
Yeah, basically, because essentially everyone that comes on the show, trust me, I've heard that this show...
Just because our spending was bad in the last 12 months does not mean it's going to be bad in the subsequent 12 months or the 12 months after that.
Behavior just changes because we wake up one day.
We are here to get our behavior changed and look at what we need to change.
I don't change behavior. I will give you advice of what you should and should not do.
And that advice
but you
will help our behavior.
If you follow it.
Yes, that's what we want to do is follow it. That's why we're here.
That's why we're here. Okay, fucking bingo. Got it. Ding, ding, ding. Buddy, everyone says that. Again, you think you're unique? You're saying exactly what everyone says every single time.
Okay, I'm here to get help. If I didn't want help, I would not be here.
Then maybe you should fucking listen instead of interjecting. Oh, yeah, go ahead. Interject.
No, go ahead.
There it is. Okay, your one-time purchases that you did last year, you will have one-time purchases for the rest of your life. This is what happens every single time. And even still, she did not have a job since the middle of last year, since after the middle of last year, and you guys chose to live on $120,000. Even if they're one-time purchases, I don't give a You chose to live off of $120,000 a year when you barely make scraps. So I don't give a if they're one-time purchases. You chose that.
So how about we go into the finances and look what we can fix?
Buddy, it's a fix. Here's a fix. Let me give you a little fix. This will solve your entire issue and we can fast forward instead of doing an hour and a half. Here's a fix. Don't spend $120,000 in a year, you dumbass making $30,000. Let's be real.